Hey there, welcome back to the Producer Joe Show. Really excited to be here today. I am being joined by Miranda Ramos, who has been on the show twice before. She is just a terrific talent, a local singer-songwriter, and she's so much more than that. But first, I wanted to ask you if you could subscribe and possibly even share. And remember, the comments section will be open throughout the entirety of this show. So if you have any questions or comments, just drop them on there and I will put them on the screen. So, having said that, I'm going to bring Miranda in there. And hello.
Hey Joe, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure being with you.
I know you've had a long day, a lot of work going on, but I know you're also making time for your music, and that's kind of what brings us here today. So, as I mentioned, you have been on here before. You did your you actually did a song premiere on my show, and I think it was Whole. That was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. So, what's new in your life today? What's going on these days?
These days it's very busy times. We just finished up in the studio. So I set a goal this year of releasing an EP, and not only am I actually going to meet that goal, but we're going to meet it well before the end of the year. So, I thought that whole releasing in March was going to kind of be like my only thing for the year, and that was going to be enough. It was going to be okay, but I'm one of those people that when I set a goal and I have something in my mind that I really want to get it done. And so I finished writing, the songs, and I'm like, let's go do this. And unfortunately, my last producer, as awesome as he was, he's just so busy. So these next three songs are produced by Jeff Berkeley, who's an amazing talent here in San Diego. He's produced music for even Jason Mraz. So he's a big name and he's a heavy hitter in the business. So I went straight to the top and said, let's do this. And so he listened to the songs, and he had a completely different, not different, but like he had a different vision of me, of the songs, and what they could be than even I had. And so working with someone who has that level of experience and can hear something or see some lyrics and kind of run with it was really cool, because I guess I didn't have, when you write something and you have your own creative vision, it's so nice to bring someone else in that maybe thinks outside the box a little bit. And so with these songs, we've really married this old school country with very modern lyrics. And so I feel like we found like this little place for me that kind of is empty in country music right now.
So it's kind of like having a fresh set of eyes or ears on your product, and it's refreshing. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, and I think he said that it was refreshing to have someone that was so open to new ideas, right? Because sometimes a singer songwriter gets so married to what they've done, and it's their song, and they don't want anyone to change it, right? Because it's your
Mm-hmm.
baby. And I went in with this really open ideas. Please let me know what you think. And so when he wanted to change a few things, like rework, he didn't change any lyrics, but he wanted to just rework some, the way that the songs were laid out and composed a little bit, and I was fine with that. And I think they turned out amazing with me being able to listen to someone else and not be so ingrained in my own thing.
Well, I know since the last time we talked, you've had a lot of things going on. I mean, I even saw that you performed recently down the street here in El Cajon. So you're definitely on the right track. What's up with this? Is this for the car show in El Cajon?
No, so that was like I think, I don't, there was not a car show going on, but it was those are my friends in the Billy Joel tribute band. And so I became a fan of them like a couple of years ago because I was a huge fan of Billy Joel, and I went to see them at the Belly Up. And just since we're all in the music industry together, like we've just connected over the years and become friends. And so I got there early and make sure to, go say hi, and met backstage, and, we all chatted and stuff. And my friend who plays Billy said, "Hey, do you want to come up and sing a song with us tonight? Do you know the lyrics?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Of course I know the lyrics." And so I was like really nervous, to get up there. And that's my friend Joe, who I'm singing with. He's lead guitar in the band. And So I got to like live my little girl dream and sing Billy Joel on stage to thousands of people. And it was super cool. Like it was a lot of fun.
That's
Format.
really neat. I remember seeing that picture online, and I'm like, that's a fun picture right there.
It was so fun. And just, I love working with new musicians. And, I think what's cool in the San Diego scene is no one's got these egos where they just like, oh no, I can't share the stage with anyone, or, it's all about me. And it's so cool when someone wants you to come up and share that moment with them, and then, give you a moment to remember, because maybe they played that song, 1,000 times, but maybe they've never played it with someone. So, I think it was fun for all of us up there that night. And I got a lot of messages the next day, from just random people that were at the concert, like, oh my gosh, we loved seeing you up there. And so made a few new fans too.
Very cool. No, that's neat. That looked like a lot of fun. I wished I had seen that. Huge Billy Joel fan here.
Oh,
And, huh?
do we have a kitty on the show? I heard a meow.
Yeah, it's feeding time, and one of the cats are in here, so I'm gonna let him out. So if you can, okay, somebody took care of it. So it's a zoo around here, you know that.
Oh, I do. That's why I said next time I come on the show, I'm gonna come in studio so I can come get a view of all the zoo animals at your place.
Yeah, please do for sure. So next topic, I know that you released a bunch of new photos on your social media, a new photo shoot that you did, and I did select one here. That is one of the newer ones, right?
Yeah, brand new.
So who's your photographer? I know you're really loyal to your photographer and you always go with them.
Yeah, I mean, I work with a few locally here in San Diego, but this one in particular was special because, so Richard, his name's Richard Hobbs, and I met him through just, being on stage all the time, and he'd always be at my shows, and then he'd send us pictures, through the band page on, social media. And so him and I just became friends, and he's actually a very good photographer when it comes to like macro photography. So, zoomed in flower or a zoomed in spider or something. And he really doesn't like to shoot people. And I was like, no, you're going to do this for me because you're good enough and you can. And he's like, no, no, no. And obviously he's very, very good at what he does. So he had no problems. Him and I, since we're friends, worked really well together as well. So my friend lent us his amazing, beautiful property with so many cool backdrops. And so it was just a culmination of just all my friends coming together to make it happen. And my mom was there. She was like helping me carry my guitars and helping me with outfit changes behind a water tower. And,
Right.
and then, Richard's daughter was there. So it was a team effort for sure.
Yeah, it's a great shot. I'm thinking about recreating that shot myself. I think that would look good on me.
You can borrow my short shorts.
I think I'll do that. So speaking about your music that you released earlier, you are a two-time award winner now for the Best of San Diego. Talk to me about that.
That was super cool. I don't even know how I got nominated. So all of a sudden, someone, my friend Shannon, who I've known since college, sent me a link and said, "Hey, I've just voted." And I'm like, "Voted on what?" So I followed the link and I scrolled down and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been nominated for a Best of San Diego award from San Diego Magazine." And then I continued scrolling and I was nominated for 2 awards. So I was nominated in the singer-songwriter category and also nominated as Best Country Musician. And it had been open for at least a week at that point, and I had no idea that I was even nominated. So then, of course, like, doing what any musician does, I tap into my network. I let people know that I had been nominated, and just so happens that at the end of the day, I won both awards. And I was just so honored because the last person who had singer-songwriter for 2023 was Jason Mraz, which my mom loves to say, like, I unseated Jason Mraz from this award, which it's not true. But it's kind of cool to even be seen in that same kind of category. And then my friends Billy Nation won in their category too. So just an honor, to do what I do. And I've only released one song, and so to even be nominated in a singer-songwriter category with only one song out seems ludicrous in my mind, especially when there's such talent out there. But I wasn't sad about it, that's for sure.
Well, it speaks volumes about you and your talent, and yeah, it shows. That's really super cool.
Thanks.
So, um, events. Talk to me about your. You just did this, the Ramona Family Naturals, right? That was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's right here. And Thursday, you have a grand opening for Dino's Pub East.
Yeah. So I've been friends with Dino and his family for a very long time. And, they've been just the biggest supporters. I've played up at Dino's in La Mesa. And so when he even told me there was possibly going to be an East, like I was in the know before it was even going to happen. And so it was kind of cool. He kept me in the loop the whole time. And he kept promising, I'm going to have you, you're going to be the first musician to play at Dino's East. And so I actually played there once already for a special event that they had, but this is their official grand opening, and we're gonna have a ribbon cutting, and it's gonna be a whole big shebang. So it's gonna be a pretty spicy day as far as heat. So bring your hat, bring your spray bottle, whatever you need to bring. But I'll be out there probably with my hair up, sweating my booty off, but we're gonna be out there singing. So come on out and celebrate with us, because that Dean is a good guy. He's a big supporter of local community, kids in the community. He's part of a Santee Chamber of Commerce. And so he's a great guy. So come on out and support local business.
Very cool. So that'll be Thursday, 4 to 7 p.m., Dino's Pub East. And then you got the Casino Inn, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the vineyard right there on the 22nd.
Rancho Gajito. Gajito, yeah, that's and that's a full band show. So I don't do many full band shows right now because I'm trying to build my own band, secret. So maybe sooner than later there'll be a Miranda Ramos band, and we'll be doing full shows. But in the meantime, I work with Ash and the Mondays, which are a phenomenal band. If you haven't seen them, you have to come out. They're fantastic without me. I'm a fan of the band. So to even get to work with them and be a part of them every now and again is super fun. It's a 4-hour show, so there's a ton of entertainment going on. Rancho Gajito has awesome wine. They have wine slushies, which amazing. So come on out, and that's a little bit different than the shows I usually do. So it's more rock, alternative, and more classic music than some of my duo stuff, which is more modern country mixed with a little classic rock. So if you like full band shows, come on out.
And then you finish out the month at the Smoking Cannon Brewery.
Yes, in Ramona, and that's it's a small venue. They have won so many awards for their beers, and they even brew their own, like, I don't know if brew is the right term, but they make their own sodas and kombucha, and they brew their own cold brew, like coffee. It's amazing. So come on out. And all those places except for Dino's are family friendly. So feel free to bring the kids out, to enjoy live music. Kids just love live music. Rancho Gajito actually has a huge place to dance too. So bring the kids to all of those. It's gonna be fun.
And where is that vineyard?
It's right up by the Safari Park in Escondido. So for the
Valley Center,
the Wild Animal Park is the old name of it. So it's right next to the Safari Park. Cool.
So new music. You got any new music coming out? Anything you want to drop here? And of course, you're always welcome to come on down the road when you start getting some of these little things you're hinting about put together. You're always welcome to come on once again and talk about it. Is there anything you'd like to hint at right now?
So I have the final mixes for the EP in my hands, and that's why I've been dropping little hints on my Instagram and my Facebook. So if you want to hear little snippets of the songs, I've been leaking little bits here and there. So so when you release music, it's a process, especially when you have to register it, license it, get all these things done so that you can own your intellectual property. it's quite a process to get things out. So I've got to dedicate some time to registering the music and licensing and all that good stuff. So and then from that point, I've got to pitch it to Spotify playlists, which is a whole another level of effort. And that takes 30 days. So you can't release it for 30 days after that. So sometime in October, we'll be releasing my next single, which is going to be called Waste Your Time. And it's the song that I've been releasing snippets. And that song I wrote it during COVID, and I wrote it well after COVID, inspired by things that happened during COVID. Wrote it after COVID at a Gulls game here in San Diego. I was totally inspired by a song that I had heard on the radio that just brought up all these emotions in my little body. And so I was sitting down at the Gulls game and, not paying attention to anything, just writing. And I wrote this song, and I feel like it was very healing in its journey. And it's about people that, leave your life for one reason or another that they choose, right? They don't agree with one thing you did or another thing you did. And so they decided to walk out of your life, and it's hurtful, right? So
Sure.
You try to go on and you try to heal, but then, you open up your social media and you see, oh, like, look who viewed my story. Why do you care what I'm doing right now? You know what I mean? So, and then there's part of you that wants to retaliate. You want to go look at what they're doing and be judgmental. But I decided I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to waste any of my time on those people. And I think my favorite lyric from the song is, you could be looking at anyone. We all have computers in our hands these days. You could be looking at anyone, but you're looking at me. So you're not a fan. I mean, you're not a follower, but you sure are a fan because you can't stop looking at me. So I decided to spin it in a positive light and kind of make fun of those people, because the only thing they're doing is hurting themselves by, trying to bring other people down. So I try not to let the negativity affect me. And thank goodness I don't have a lot of people like that in my life anymore, for probably
because you're so lovable.
Yeah, come on. I'm the nicest person. Self-proclaimed, I know, but if for most people that know me, I don't have beef really. So
yeah,
I can't stand drama. So I guess that's why I keep my circle pretty small. So if you're in my circle, you're good, because I keep it pretty tight these days. Yes, you and Amy are definitely in the circle. So I love my people that I love, and I keep those people so close to my heart. And so I just try to shut the negativity out. And when it really hurts, I write about it. And so here came this song.
Well, when I had my hand in the air, I was reminded I have new artwork up here. I just wanted to do a little plug. My daughter got this for me at Comic-Con, and it's Pee-wee's Playhouse, and it has all of his. It's like in a record album almost. It's not a record, but it's in that type of vein. It has all the characters from Pee-wee's Playhouse. So I just wanted to give my daughter Kat a shout out for that. It's pretty cool.
Oh, she's the best. She's such a sweetheart.
She's cool, yeah. Sorry, I don't want to take the spotlight away from you, Miranda.
This is your show, Joe. I wouldn't be here without you.
Well, I was just looking up there. I'm going, yeah, I think I need to mention it's on the wall now. Well, is there anything else? I kind of lost my note here, so I'm not sure if we have anything else we need to go off of here.
I don't know, but I mean, anyone who wants more information can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Miranda Ramos Music. All the information you could ever want will be there, where I'm playing, when the music's coming out. I really appreciate it. We're going to have some kind of release party at some point. So I'd really appreciate it if people would come out and support. Obviously, recording music is extremely expensive, and the amount that you make from streams is basically close to zero. So, buying tickets to something like a release party would really help an independent artist like me kind of recoup some of the costs of recording those songs. So the support of local music is super important, so that we can keep writing and we can keep releasing the music. So whether it's me or whether it's someone else that's local, please get out and support local musicians, because we can't do it without you. Honestly, there's no money in the independent music scene for us anymore. You got to have money to make money in this business. And so you really do it for the love of it. So any support is helpful, and I'll keep everyone up to date when I do have that release party date and all the information. I'm hoping to do a full band situation, have guests, appearances and other local musicians playing. It's going to be a hoot.
So it's kind of like having a podcast. It's a labor of love.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, I think we've run over everything that we need to go over, and I really appreciate you coming on again. You're always a lot of fun. You're one of my favorite people, and the world needs more people like you.
Oh, I feel the same about you, Joe. It's true love. We're friends for life for sure.
I could never do that right.
It's because my daughter's like Taylor Swift, so I've learned over time.
Mine ends up.
I've learned all her songs on guitar
or something.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you once again for coming on, and again, you're always welcome. And come back anytime.
Thank you, Joe.
All right. Thanks, Miranda. See you later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming back to the show here. We will figure out who the next guest is very shortly. So with that being said, enjoy your day. Thank you for tuning in, and please share.